I'd like to call the meeting to order. You want to rise and let's pledge the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we need approval of the minutes for February 13th, 2024. Is there a motion?
So move. I move on this. Roll call?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Jake, roll call before we do that. I'm not in a hurry.
Mr. Dawson,
Present.
Ms. Gunchin,
Present.
Ms. King,
Present.
Mr. Sebo,
Present.
Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Quorum achieved.
Motion for the minutes, February 13th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Very good. Okay, Jake, show's yours.
Appeals to be heard. Appeal number 13001 by Seabolt, Ron and Glancy, or Kim, sorry, concerning property located at the northeast corner of East 42nd Street and Davison Avenue. It's located in an R1 low-density residential zoning district. The appellant is requesting a dimensional variance for a proposed one-family dwelling with an attached garage. Per section 20511 of the City of Erie zoning ordinance, the minimum front yard depth requirement along East 42nd Street is the average of the adjacent homes along that side of the street, which in this case is 30 feet plus or minus 5 feet. There's a 5-foot allowance. So in order to comply, he would need to be between 25 and 35 feet for the front yard setback along East 42nd Street. 10 feet is proposed.
Okay, who's representing step forward here to the microphone. Give us your name and address. The municipality.
My name is Ron Siebold. I live at 1034 East 32nd Street in Erie.
You want to explain what you sent us? Oh, yeah. Glad I got help here today. Jake, you want to swear him in or you want me to? You gonna do it? All right. All right, raise your right hand. Ron, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, thank you. All right, you can tell us, we know something about what you're doing, but let the crowd know.
Trying to build a house on the corner of a piece of property that I own. Before my wife passed, we owned that whole corner and the house at 1550 beside it. And about, I don't know, 8 years ago or so, we separated this corner lot off of that lot with the intention of building a house. And at that time, it wasn't Jake, somebody else said it would be no problem to build. We would need a little bit of help from the city so we could fit a house on it. She passed about 4 years ago, and I just decided it's time to start over and finish it up and build the house we talked about. So I am trying to build a ranch home with a garage and a covered patio. That's all I'm looking to do. I've looked at the lot from a bunch of different ways, and I think where I've placed the house and everything on it is the most useful part, or the most neighbor-friendly way to do the lot, with the driveway coming off Davison. not off of 42nd Street. It's all the way at the other end where it can line up with all the other houses on Davison. And I don't block any views of the road or traffic or anything, and I don't think I'm asking for that much to be off 42nd Street by a little bit. That's the only variance I think I needed at the time.
Questions?
The home that you mentioned that you owned and sold and subdivided the property, was that on 42nd Street or was that on the Davison side?
42nd Street, it's called 1550 East 42nd Street.
So it's immediately contiguous to the parcel we're talking about today.
Yes, their driveway is about 5 foot off the it's on the east end of the property.
Lena, Tom, Ed, anybody have anything to ask?
So I have a question, and this is probably aimed at Jake. When you look at the parcel map, there's a pretty wide strip of grass that's south of it, right? About 10 feet of it, would you say?
Yeah, the edge of the right of way is probably 15 or 20 feet back from the curb.
From the current property line. And then who owns and maintains that then? You sort of own and maintain it even though it's
I-
not on your parcel?
I'm sorry, which part is that? The,
I'm talking about the strip to the south that's outside your parcel. It would be between your parcel and the street. But-
actually, the guy sold the house to Steve and Kathy. They keep all that mowed for me.
They keep it mowed. I mean, in the future, that ends up being the homeowner's responsibility. And can the sidewalk be on that?
Yes.
Okay.
And there will be a sidewalk requirement?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to mow all that when I owned 1550 as well. It's actually cutting back on my mowing.
So then if there is also a sidewalk in that 10 foot of setback, is the setback from the sidewalk, Jake, or that setback is from the property line or the road or?
So the, the setback measurement is taken from, essentially, it's the front property line is also the right-of-way line.
Okay.
So as you look at the property to the east, and typically the sidewalks are located within that right-of-way area,
Okay.
but the property owner's still responsible for maintenance. And in this case, will be responsible for constructing that sidewalk in that right-of-way strip.
I just have one question, Chairman. And then your driveway, is your driveway going to be, how big is the driveway going to be?
Coming off of Davison to the
Yes,
house.
coming off of Davidson.
I'm trying to be, I think it was like 25 foot wide, and was it 30 foot long? Did you decide how far back it was from there on the blueprint? That is, I mean, I'm trying to go, my driveway, my garage is gonna be 25 foot wide. And,
Looks like 30 feet back.
yeah, 30 foot
30
back,
foot back?
30 foot setback and 25 foot wide.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Anybody else here to speak in favor of? Anybody here to speak in favor of? Anybody else want to speak in favor of? Hearing none, anybody want to oppose this variance? Is there anybody here that wants to oppose the variance? For the last time, anybody here who wants to oppose the variance? Hearing none? Do you want to huddle up? Or are you good with voting on it as we sit?
Just want to executive session or no?
I mean, you all right with this, Ed, or do you wanna, huh?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm good with it.
I'm good.
All right, we can take a roll call vote.
Okay, we have a call for a vote. Mr. Dawson,
I'm I'm in favor. I believe anything that you can do to bring tax base, increase the tax base in the area will be helpful as long as you stay contiguous with the other property owners and keep up with what you've already done. Sorry for the loss of your wife, but thank you for your attention to detail here.
Thanks.
Ms. Gunchin,
Yes.
Ms. King,
Yes.
Mr. Sebo.
I'm gonna vote yes. I think I wouldn't, except that there's quite a bit of space there that adds to your setback that's in that right-of-way area. So I think you really have a legit, I've got it at 20 feet. That's good enough for me. So, yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Why, yes, yes.
we have a vote of 5-0 in the affirmative. The appeal is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything under old business? Hearing none? A motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.